Lorenzo Bouie coming back with a couple of good body shots. Winky Wright doing a good job of countering that.
That right jab just keeps coming in like rainwater, doing the work and setting up the other punches in which Winky throws in combination. Very impressive.
And Winky Wright is getting off first, and he's applying pressure with good hand speed. Lorenzo Bouie unable to find an equation to solve that right jab in this fight. And as you said, it's difficult to fight a southpaw, Freddie. And he seems to be having a little bit of trouble getting his offense into gear against this left-hander, Ronald Winky Wright.
Certainly has faith in his jab. It's good to see. You know, you have to say he's way ahead of schedule for a guy that's 5-0. He looks like he should have 10 or 15-0. I mean, he really is impressive at his stage. If he continues to develop and fights better and better fighters, this kid is some kind of nice prospect. Is Ronald Winky Wright.
Showing good ring generalship in this bout, has been patient against Lorenzo Bouie. Had him in a little bit of trouble in round 3, and might have been running out of gas just a little bit towards the tail end of that round, but to his credit, did not come in there and try and brawl with the guy, even though he was in a bit of trouble. Inside of a minute to go in round 4, Winky Wright undefeated at 5-0 in the black trunks from the southpaw stance, and Lorenzo Bouie putting up a good effort here, and though he's losing the rounds on the scorecards in the white trunks with the black trim.
Well, one credit, if there is such a credit, is that Lorenzo keeps coming forward to eat that jab. I don't know if that's... Ooh, nice hammering left hand by Winky, and he just got hit a hard punch.
Good clubbing shots. Lorenzo Bouie has a very sharp left hand, and he's able to get it off. He gets rocked now against the ropes by that short shot. And they exchange punches in a flurry here as we come towards the end of round 4. The pace of this fight picking up. Rocks him back now with a left-hand lead. Final seconds of round 4. We're scheduled for 6. These are junior middleweights. Ronald Winky Wright and Lorenzo Bouie, our opening match tonight on Prime Network. It's been a good one. Winky Wright's corner said, don't slug with this guy. Continue to dictate the pace of this fight with the jab, and we see that it's been a workable formula for Winky Wright as he leads handily for these 4 fights. We see, Ferdy, that Lorenzo Bouie has some talent. In his short career, 9 bouts as a professional, only 4 knockouts, perhaps not brilliant power, but this is the kind of fight that will help him learn, and he may come on to be a better fighter, even if he does ultimately lose this one a Winky Wright.
Well, this is the kind of fight that can get you very frustrated because he's a little bit in over his head as far as class is concerned. And no matter what he does, the other guy's got the answer. Winky's got the answer. He out-jabs you. If you come forward, he kills you. If you try to get away from him, he eats you up. So, you know, it's a little frustrating for him.
Another good trait of a young fighter when we see this in Ronald Winky Wright. No clowning around in there, no fooling around. He's handily winning the fight, but he's all business at this stage, keeping the proper distance between him and Lorenzo Bouie, and staying with his fundamentals, like that thwack to the face with the right hand. Bouie getting a little wild and trying to counter Ronald Winky Wright, who looks to be a fairly accomplished defensive fighter. Midway through round 5, scheduled for 6, junior middleweight division. Lorenzo Bouie in the white trunks with the black trim, and Winky Wright. And Winky blazing across the front. Jab getting just a little bit softer as we may see some fatigue showing on both fighters, and rightfully so. Rounds 3 and 4, especially quick-paced.
Winky doesn't change expressions. He's had the facial expression exactly the same. He's like, here to punch the clock, to work, and he's been working 3 minutes of every round. It just doesn't stop.
Doesn't appear to be showing any ill effects of that right hand that's been bothering him throughout his professional career. He's been using both hands in equal denominations and with equal impact. Inside the final minute of round 5, Action slowed a bit in the center of the ring. Lorenzo Bouie still unable to solve the mystery that's been the right jab of Winky Wright. Wright may have rested around. Looks like he's taking a page out of Don DeLuise's book and saving the best for the end as he coasts through round 5, albeit a winning one, for Winky Wright. We'll keep it here and see what Lorenzo Bouie's corner can come up with if they have an answer for Winky Wright, who appears to have swept the first 5 rounds. Let's listen in to Chuck Telhamy now for Greg.
You're dancing around, not throwing any punch. Not doing nothing. You throw 1, 2 punches and stop. 1, 2 and stop. 1, 2 and stop. Let's go in the punches. Let's go in the combination together, right? When you hit him here, come up over with a hook to the head and then right to opposite. Okay?
Let's go win, you know, brother. This is it.
You got to lead on lines at them on jabs first, all right? Okay. That's right. Be smart now. Come on. This is the last and final road. You have to go for it now. Don't telegraph your right hand, man. Come to the body, come to the top, do everything.
Let's see a 3-punch combination here. There's one. That comes back. Still. The 3-punch combination was a lot of. There's the hook that kind of turned Bouie around. That punches as they land. It's just that this guy, Winky, just continues to land.
This is the 6th and final round of our junior middleweight opener on Prime Network tonight. The Beach Brawl Series from the Tampa Hyatt Regency. Get a look at Purdy's scorecard. And it appears to be a shutout. I had a 10-8 round in there. The 3rd round, the knockout credited to Winky Wright, even though Lorenzo Bouie just kind of fell against the ropes and never really went down in the heat.
I think it was a legitimate knockdown in view of the fact that he could have gotten hurt being attacked while sliding along the ropes. But in view of the fact that that's not even any kind of a factor in this fight, Winky is dominated with superior ring generalship, greater and more effective punching power, and in general has been in total control of this fight.
That's one reason you'd like to see the standing 8 count in effect in the state of Florida. I think it always helps the fighters. Definitely a good safety factor. Gives the referee a little more control and discretion in the ring, especially in a situation like that. Winky right now opening up now against Lorenzo Bouie against the ropes, and the fighters come back to the center of the ring.
Bouie tries to launch an attack. When he misses, that seems to trigger off Winky's instincts, and he always gets the better of that exchange.
The accumulation of blows from Winky Wright getting to make an indelible impression on the face of Lorenzo Bouie. A little swelling from the left eye. That began in round 3.
He certainly should have much more than that because he's eaten so many jabs. I mean, this has been a one-way jab festival.
A good counter shot as Winky Wright. Hand speed appears to be slowing some. Perhaps he's tiring as we come to the late stages of this fight. But overall, a good effort, especially coming off the brief layoff he had due to the hand injury. In full command of this fight right from the opening bell. Rounds 1 and 2 particularly impressive by Ronald Winky Wright. Good opponent in there against him tonight. Round 3 he scored the knockdown, controlled the action in round 4, which was the best round of the fight. And the 5th and 6th rounds have slowed up some.
But a good learning experience, another good win, should the judges decide as we do that he's pitched a shutout for Winky Wright, who seems to be building a nice prospective career in professional boxing with a 6-0 record.
And he stepped up his caliber of opposition tonight, handled it rather easily, and is ready for a more important test down the road. Inside of 20 seconds now to go in round 6. This is the final round, junior middleweight matchup. Winky Wright well on his way to victory. As you can see, continues to control the action, and the jab has been the story of this fight. Winky Wright very effective combinations off that jab as well. Final seconds of round 6. It'll go to the scorecards. And it appears that Winky Wright has a shutout on the scorecards. I have it that way, and the fight doctor also totals up 60 points to 53. So with the 10-8 round, a rather handy and impressive victory for Winky Wright.
It wasn't a total loss for Lorenzo Bouie, however. He, while absorbing a lot of jabs. He learned a little bit about fighting a left-hander. I'm sure Chuck Telhamy, who's a very good teacher, will take him back to the gym now and translate that experience into a learning experience, and he will come back a little bit more knowledgeable about left-handers. I don't think he's going to face a guy that jabs better than Winky all the way up to the top. He really established himself, in my mind, with a sharp and crisp jab, which controlled his fight throughout every round.
Winky Wright in against a much more competitive opponent than his last outing against Glenn Major. And as we said, that took place on Prime Network on March the 29th. The hand injury kept him out of action until now. We're ready for the decision. Here's Mark Biro.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a unanimous decision. All three judges at ringside, Wilson Robinson, Darrell Brown, and Frank Skilbred, score the bout.
After this rather unusual